Hey everyone, welcome to Heavenly Harvest Homestead. My name's Ken, and today I'm going to walk you around my farm, show you all our animals, let you see what's going on, and show you what I'm going to be doing with the beehives. So let's roll. Alright, so we're going to start out first over here at my chickens. Just to show you a little bit. Some of them are starting to go into molt a little bit. But they are still laying very good because the temperatures here have been very mild. We had one day where it was about 36 degrees. And then the next day, it popped right back up to in the 40s. And yesterday was in the 70s. Today was high of 69. So, there's one thing about North Carolina weather. It's definitely got some humor to it. The bipolarness of it is sometimes a little bit a pain, but it is what it is. But I'm looking forward to this weekend because the temperature is supposed to be dropping down into the low 20s, which is going to be great for deer hunting this weekend. I'm looking forward to finally getting out where it's cold, because every time I've went this season so far it's been blazing hot and you sweat to death. So hopefully it'll be very good. So everybody's doing very well. I haven't had any problems with any health problems with these guys. They have, just been super awesome. I mean, usually I have at least one that has some health problems, but by the grace of God, we have had no problems. So I just want to show you our chickens. Let me show you over here our turkeys. Our toms are blooming up. Every time they see me coming over here, they swell up, and I want to show you how beautiful they are when they fan out. I mean, these are some of the most gorgeous male toms I have ever seen. I mean, they just really take the cake. As far as beauty goes. I mean, short of a wild turkey. I mean, wild turkeys have the best color of combs, of the fans. But this royal palm with the see how the stripe goes all the way across his back fan? That is just awesome. And if I can get my royal palm here, or my royal palm is the black and white one. This is a blue slate. Here he goes. Now he's going to put his fan out for me, I think. Yep, there we go. Get all fanned out on me there. There we go. Walk around like a Thanksgiving Day blimp. Yeah. And you can see he's got a little bit of, look on the front of him right there. You can see he's got a little bit of a beard growing out already. So that's going to be interesting. I've never raised turkeys before. This is the first batch of them we've had. I've seen wild turkeys out in nature for years, and something I've always wanted to raise was turkey. So hopefully this is going to be a very fruitful experience. All right, so let me take you over to the goats, show you how they're doing. Well, on my way over to the goats, I see my ducks are swimming over here in the pond. I wanted to give you a little glimpse of them guys right quick. I think they heard me coming over here to the food bin, probably thinking I'm going to feed them. But they've already been fed, is what Beth was telling me. So, my pond's looking kind of ick right now. All the pollen, this stuff is falling into it, and this time of year, it's impossible to make it look pretty, because the pollen just falls every single day. But over here, this is my goat Finn, my male goat. He is a pygmy, And if you see some of our previous videos, you can see how much he's grown in just the past couple of months. I mean, he is a big feller. And so far, we think he has sired 2 of our does. Honey is one of them. She pretty much stays in here with him because she's become quite a bully with the other 2 does. Even though she's much smaller, she is very headstrong, and she's not very friendly at all. But she butts them out of the way, won't let them eat. So, but they work out well in here. They don't seem to have any problems. They get along. So I figure we'll just leave these 2 together until she starts to kid, and then we'll move her over into a kidding area and get her separated. But we are thinking about at some point maybe getting a wether to put in here with him. So when we actually are finally able to separate does from bucks, that he'll have somebody to be over here with, because he is a definite rammer. He loves to ram into things, and I think if you put him in here by himself, he'd go bananas and probably bust through the fence. So at any rate, that's my 2 of my goats, and they want to say hello. Say, hey, Finn. Hey, Finn. Hey, Finn. Say hello. And Honey, say hello. She don't know what to think. She's very skittish. All right, so there's those goats. Let me walk you up on the hill and show you my other 2 goats that have grown a ton since we brought them home too. I mean, it's one thing I really love, is bringing home small animals and watching them grow to, big and beautiful. So these are my 2 Nubians. Yeah, a pretty girl. Yeah. Let me back up here a little bit. Yeah. Sniff the phone. Yeah. All right, so this is Buttercup right here. This is Pickles, and they are sisters. We got them about a week apart from each other. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have 2 Nubian does, but we just couldn't pass up the deal. So we got the 2 sisters, and they're just unbelievably loving. I mean, they, compared to the other doe, these guys are like teddy bears. And they just look so cute with their big long eyelashes. I love these goats. They are such a pleasure to have on the farm, and I'm so glad I finally talked myself into getting them. I had talked myself out of it a couple times just because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to make the food bill, but I found out there are other means to feeding these guys other than buying bags of food. And we found out that the hay prices dropped substantially since the last time I looked at goats. I can get one of those big rolls of hay for about $50 now, versus they were about $100 back when I was looking at goats before. So, all right, so that's the animals we have on the homestead. I'm surprised one of my barn cats didn't come over here. Well, let me show you my chicken rehab area over here. We had one of the chickens that was in here with the goats a while back, and when we put Honey over here, I'm sorry for coughing. I've been fighting a cold since last Thursday. So pardon me for coughing on you. But anyway, we put one of these chickens that were in with the goats, and when we put Honey in there, she would bully the chickens too, and she actually stepped on one of them's leg. That's the one that you can see right there. She's standing on one leg. So we don't know if it's broken. She's been in here for about probably 3 or 4 weeks rehabbing, and we put her a friend in there so she wouldn't feel lonely. They're still laying. These are this one, and there's one more in the other yard. There are 3 of them. There were our second batch of hens that we got on the homestead here. So they're the only 3 left. They are about 4 years old, I think, and as you can see, they're still laying eggs. So pretty awesome when you think about it. I've been told by a lot of people that after about 3 years they just stop, but they still keep cranking out eggs. I don't get one every day, but I get one about every other day. And over here is my beehives. Looks like my bees ain't being very active. They see one crawling out right there. Like they're going in and out, drinking some of this bee water I made for them here. I think Beth put this out for me yesterday, actually. She made this bee water. I thought this is the one I made, but I forgot it was empty. She put this out for me yesterday. Ain't she a loving wife? She's usually deathly afraid of bees, but I think I finally got her focused into that you don't got to be afraid of bees. They ain't going to hurt you. And this is my long Langstroth hive. I built this hive. I build these. Sell them. I've sold them, a couple of them, to different people. It's basically it's like this one here. That's a regular Langstroth. What I've done is I took the boxes and then laid them side by side. So now the frames run long ways. So this has two benefits. One, it allows the bees to do what they naturally do, and that's just run along the edge there. And also it's less obtrusive to the bees when you go in to check them. You don't have to mess around with them too much. They typically don't have a whole lot of issues with anything, so they typically don't want to try to come flying out and get angry about it. I see there's a yellow jacket on the hive right there, and I've seen the bees come out and harass him a couple of times. See him right there? The yellow jacket just hanging on to the hive right there. I done seen a couple of them bees go out there and harass him, so they're probably gonna try and run him off. That's one thing about it. Them doggone yellow jackets, they don't hold a candle to honeybees when they get enough on them. But I want to show you what I'm going to be doing to these hives today. I'm going to take you and stick you underneath here right quick and show you what I got going on. All right, so if you look underneath here, see this whole bottom is wide open. And last year I forgot to close it up. Actually, I didn't forget. I ran out of time. The frost came quicker than I thought it was going to, and it killed my whole hive. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to take some measurements, and I'm going to cut a piece of plywood and seal that bottom up for the winter. Seal them in so they're nice and warm. Where over here, what they do is they will go into the center of that box over there, in the upper box there, and make a ball and ball themselves into a ball and stay warm when it gets really cold. These guys will go to the center of the hive and make a ball as well. But they don't need that updraft of cold air blowing up through them. So I'm going to get that fixed today. So let me pause this and go cut the piece of wood, and I'll show you how I'm going to put it on. All right, let's head into the shop and take a look at what I'm planning on doing here. All right, so I bought some of these little toggles off of Amazon, and my plan is to attach these to the long sides of the hive and use the lever to lock the board in place. So in the spring, all I gotta do is release the lever and the board will drop down. They'll have their ventilation. So that's the plan, and I think it's gonna work pretty good. So now I need to cut this board down to size. I gotta take about 4.25 inches off of the side, and probably probably about 4 inches off the end as well. So let me get this cut, and I'll meet you back at the hive. Well, you can't really tell it, but I've lost the light. Sorry I didn't do this. My phone battery died, so I had to go and charge it a little bit. But I got it almost in. I'm going to finish it up tomorrow. So I'll show you what it looks like after we get done. And I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, so we're back the next day. I had to go in last night. It ran out of light. And this is what I had done before it got too light. I put the toggles on each side. I've got the board sitting on top of the two toggles, but the bees are being very aggressive right now, so I have to wait to let them get in tonight before I can seal it up. You know, they don't even realize I'm trying to help them. They think I'm trying to hurt them, so I don't know what's up with that, but that's the way bees are sometimes. They get a little curmudgeon when you disturb them. So I wanted to show you that, and I'll go ahead and seal this up, and they'll be all nice and secure for the winter, so I won't lose my bees this winter. All right, so I want to show you that, and I want to show you one other thing real quick before I close up. You know, Beth put a garden walk up the other day, but I don't remember if she showed the tomatoes. You know, we still have cherry tomatoes that are ready to pick. I mean, for crying out loud. But the thing is, we have not had a frost yet. We're expecting our first frost on Saturday. It's supposed to get down to 28 degrees. So I imagine all this lush green you see right here before you is probably all going to be all wilted up and dying shortly thereafter on Sunday morning. And just wanted to take this opportunity also. You guys know that I was in the military, but I always take the opportunity to thank all the veterans out there that have served. So with that, I want to say thank you to all the veterans who have served. It's been my pleasure serving with you guys, and it's an honor to be called a defender of the United States. So on this weekend, I want to encourage you to reach out to a veteran, shake his hand, tell him thank you for what he's done, because it's not the most luxurious job, but it's the job we wanted. It's the job we needed, and this job our country needed. And when we defend our country, it's called patriotism. And you don't have to pick up a gun to do it. It's about defending what's right, defending the Constitution, and preventing those people who want to destroy our country. And I just want to bring that out because this weekend is very special to my heart. Not only this weekend because it's Veterans Day, but also November 10th is the Marine Corps birthday, and it's always a special time for me, celebrating another year of being a Marine, because we never lose a title. We're always there. But I just wanted to share that with you, and once again, just please reach out to a veteran. I know you have some around you. Maybe some of you are veterans, and I want to thank you for that. And I just want to tell you thank you for watching these videos. And if you like this video, please subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can find out when we put new videos up. But until then, remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I love you. Bye-bye.